Okay, still morning, good morning. Greetings from the Harold Bailey Library. I'm Herbert, and I'm with BYU Digital Initiatives. And honestly, it's an honor for me to be here in front of these people that is doing so much for the digital collections, not only in Utah. Somebody told me even the impact go to Hawaii. So I'm pretty honored to be here. And I hope that what I want to tell brings your attention before lunch. I would like to take you on a journey, 15 minutes journey, 14 actually, behind the scenes of the transcription services at the Harold Bailey Library. Okay. So this is a clip that was done by the multimedia production unit under the direction of Jenny Brown and Jacob Fern, and explained to me what was the vision. How do I play it?
It's not moving for you?
You have a video here.
Oh, there's a video there.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's going to actually, is it this one?
Yep. When I click. Yep. It's just the license. Okay. Let me tell you about the.
Do you want us to bring it up?
If it is possible.
Why not?
I have it here.
Well, let's actually escape that really quickly. Sorry, I'm just going to.
It was on the presentation, I
That's
promise.
part of the presentation. They're going to use that. Okay, what is the search for?
It's,
Is it on YouTube?
yeah, special collections.
On YouTube?
Yeah, I believe. But you just go to special collections BYU.
BYU Special Collections?
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
No, I don't remember how it's called.
No? Let's see what happens.
Yep, that one.
This one?
Yeah, perfect. Thank you, technology. Thank you so much.
There is a room of treasures, deep underground. Too few know what lies within those walls.
Why? What's down there?
History. Be warned. Down there, the past has a way of catching up with you. I need you to show the world. Everyone must know what's been acquired. The past must not be forgotten.
Is it exit that?
Thank you. That was clear to me what was the vision. So what we're supposed to do is showing everybody what was on the first floor at the Harold Bailey Library. And I think was clear in the late 90s that the digital initiatives at the BYU was starting to focusing on scanning, uploading all sorts of collections, but especially transcribing. And that's what I want to tell you about it. So by the early 2000s, legislation was helping libraries to understand the need for accessibility resources, or AR for short. And that's where everybody jumped on transcribe. But because I am I later convert to transcribe, let me tell you what I learned, why we need to transcribe. We transcribe today, even though we have Xerox machines, photocopies, scanners, cameras, we transcribe because of the following reasons. Sometimes we can't read the image because it's in handwriting on an old English manuscript that has so much importance, but we can't read it. Or the reason for transcribing is because we can allow the document to be processed or handled in a machine because it's going to be destroyed. Sometimes, and this is a particular case, this is a situation when an elderly representative that possesses this unique records doesn't want to let you out of his side or her side, and we have no access to that, so the transcribe comes handy. The most important part for me is that we add to the metadata, or text, transcribing text can be added to it, and then the collection becomes alive on the internet. So visualization is something that transcribe can do for your collection. Understanding the vision, having a plan, then we embrace into a journey that I call the phase one. In the lab, it's called manually transcribe. There's some lessons that were learned there, but the basic plan was create a simple workflow to produce a systematic representation of an image. In other words, just take the text out of the image. Hopefully, we have access to the originals, so good quality scans were done. A student employee was transcribing and typing into a word processor, and later, reviewer was validating and creating a file. Perfect, no problems. Like in life, right? So, I forget to click. Here.
I guess the clicker is not very too sensitive.
Here. So our plan was from point A, from point B, straight shot, no problem. So in the real journey, it wasn't like that. It was some problems that we created ourselves, some other ones that we were not aware of, and we were not hitting correctly the goals that we wanted. But we learned a lot. We learned that transcribe doesn't need to be complicated, that it needs to be standardized. Even though all roads lead to Rome, you need to find a way to standardize the group. We discovered that simple things like, hey, we are doing it on this specific font will help us. We are using this naming of the files. We are using this type of files, a TXT files, or a doc files, or a or another type of files. But the standardizing was something that it helped us a lot. One of the things that the lesson learned was that we need to save the word frequently, or when we can lost the time that we invest on the transcribe. We learned that we need to retain the original length of the image, that we need to retain the original spelling or misspelling, and here's where the word processors programs are dangerous because they will correct what we are doing, and we don't want that. We want to keep it the way that it is. We discovered that software can help us to transcribe some technologies like OCR. It works for some things, but for others, they are not. Even though vendors are going to tell you that OCR can be done in manuscript, that is not true. Then we begin our journey for finding the software, the perfect software. So I'm going to use an analogy here. Looking for the perfect helmet. You go outside, there's hundreds, tons of them, different colors, different sizes, all of them promise to do wonderful to you and will help you to perform better. Some of them, you fall in love with them because they are only so cute, but they are not ready for work. Other ones are interesting for some groups, or IT will fall in love with this, the product, but we are sure that it's not functional. At the end of the day, all of them were so big for us. We will need to be host here, we'll need to have so many things. So we decide to do it in-house. And here is when the real journey starts, and I call it phase 2. A name was established, it's called Transcribe. This particular software lives inside of the BYU environment and is supported by your IT people. That's a group that you wanted to have as a friend, always. And we were looking for something simple, something that we can change around our needs, something that will display it in a desktop, in a tablet, in a cell phone, and that will allow us to present the images and be transcribed. We want it to be internet related because we approach the opportunity to have volunteers helping us to transcribe. In 2011, then with the plan in mind, there was a change made in the simple plan. Instead of having one person reviewing one page, there was 2 people reviewing the same page. Crazy, but works. This is an image of a periodical, and in the right, you have the transcription of student A, and here's student B. You will think, oh, it's the same. Well, the software is able to identify this difference. So when we review, we know that the formatting is what is different. So that helps us a lot with the quality of our product. So we are not quiet yet. We are hoping for a new phase. We are exploring ideas. We want to be able to expose our material to anybody and everybody. Transcribe right now requires sign in. You can do it with your Facebook or your Google account. The projects are simple layout with a call of action and information of the project. And that is helping us to determine in our journey where we are, where we're going to go. Tagging is something that is implemented, was decided to go to the simple package, oriented to the users, not to the scholars. So places, dates, pages, titles are active. This one is a sample of how our digital collection or transcribing pages look like. This is a sample on how our audio transcription is working. And this was a particular project done on the Cambodian oral history, where instructions were given on the internet, and transcribers were working from the material from the YouTube channel. Everything ended up on Transcribe, and we were able to provide a service for them. Transcribe right now helps transcribe books, journals, audio recordings, and other media. In our journey, we learned that we need to have a plan, that the things are not easy, but with help and good communication, we're able to overcome the problems. If you want to take a look, we live in Transcribe at BYU. We are Transcribe support at BYU Edu, or you can contact us. And I hope that your journey doing Transcribe in your institution will be as good as our journey has been. Thank you.